Hey my lovely family, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to be quickly taking care of the kitchen before I retire for the evening. I have had these dishes sitting over here for a couple of days now, and what I did was I took them out of the sink and I just, like, anything that needed to be soaked or anything that I felt like food would stick to, I just kind of kept water in them, such as like cups, my smoothie cup. I rinsed off all of the plates, rinsed the food off and that sort of thing. Because over the last couple days, I haven't really felt like cleaning the kitchen. And so this is my way of just keeping things neat and keep them from just sitting in the sink and looking bad. Um, that's my way of doing it. Just taking them out of the sink, sitting them all to the side neatly. That way I can continue to use the sink as I cook and things like that until I'm ready to get to the dishes. Now, I didn't want to leave this past 2 days because, number one, I am a neat freak and it was absolutely driving me crazy. And while I am over here by them at this point, I did start to like smell them. So it's like, yeah, it's time to go ahead and get this taken care of. So what you see me doing is just unloading the dishwasher. I only had a few dishes in there, and I just kind of been going in and out of the dishwasher to grab clean dishes that I needed, which is how I ended up with so many dirty dishes in the first place, because I don't usually have a lot of dirty dishes in my kitchen because it's usually just me and I clean up pretty often. So this is why I have a pile today, because I just kind of been taking from the clean dishes in the dishwasher. So the ones that are left in the dish inside of the dishwasher, I am now unloading so that I can prepare to load the dishes that are on the sink and then get things wiped down and clean, because once I go to bed tonight, I definitely don't want to leave this and I don't want to get up and look at it in the morning. David is coming home tomorrow, so I absolutely don't want him to walk into a dirty kitchen, but he would know, even if he did, that that's just absolutely not me. So he would know, oh, you must be tired, or he'll know that it's a situation if that was the case. But David never comes home to a dirty house, because that's just not the way your girl do things. So y'all are gonna hang out with me today and get my kitchen taken care of, and then if you grab some motivation from this, you can either clean along with me, or you can just watch for entertainment, or once I'm done, you can go back and play this video again to pick up any tips and or techniques that you may have missed during your time of viewing. So in case this is your first time here and you don't know who I am, welcome. I am so excited that you decided to stop by to see what I have going on over here. My name is Stephanie and I am a professional cleaning lady with my own cleaning service. I have been in the business for the last 14 years and I thoroughly enjoy cleaning. And so I have the skill and the knowledge on what it takes to keep your home in pristine condition. So if you are interested in that sort of thing, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I do lots of cleaning content on my channel. I do some vlogging. I do some one-on-one conversations, meaning that sometimes I just sit in my car and talk about life, or on my deck. And also I do a little bit of ASMR from time to time as well. So I would love to have you join the family if that's something that you are interested in. So get down below in the comments if you are a new subscriber. Let us know that you are new here so that we can welcome you. And yeah.
Time to time, inside all that greatness and all of your adventures, you're all alone. Hold up, baby, I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different. Go on, blow up your ego, your undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble lacking everlasting ego. Oh, here he goes, here he goes, here he goes. Oh,
I want to talk to you about the product that I'm using to spray down my countertops. This is the 7th generation plant-based all-purpose cleaner. You don't need any water to rinse this product away from your surfaces, which is one of the things that I absolutely love about it. It smells amazing. It absolutely smells like plants, if you will. Sometimes you know how you smell plants, but you can smell the dirt as well. Well, that is like that's kind of not how I mean when I talk about um, the 7th generation smelling like plants. You don't, it smells like plants without the dirt smell. It's more clean. And that's what I absolutely love about it. It's one of my favorite all-purpose cleaners. The other all-purpose cleaners that I absolutely love to use is Mrs. Meyer's. All of them. I love all of the Mrs. Meyer's scents. And also Method. It depends with Method though. I don't really like Method like that. But those are the 3 all-purposes that I like to use the most. Now, I will tell you that with 7th generation, it is actually 100% plant-based. Method is not 100% plant-based, and neither is Mrs. Meyer's. So when I buy Mrs. Meyer's, I literally just buy it for the fact that it does have a little bit of suds to it, and I love the fragrances. Even though it's not 100% plant-based, it still doesn't make me cough, and so that's why I continue to use it. But with the 7th generation, it is 100% plant-based. You can smell it. It just gives your kitchen an absolute clean, fresh smell, just like, you know, you don't want to walk in your house and smell like you've been cleaning. You just want it to just have a natural, clean smell. And that is what I get from the 7th generation all-purpose cleaner. So I love it for that reason. So that is the product that you see me using to spray down the countertops in today's video. Also, I am using the Sprayway glass cleaner, which is my absolute favorite for shining my surfaces after I have wiped them down to give them a streak-free shine. There's nothing worse than seeing my countertops and my stove tops look streaky. So I love the Sprayway glass cleaner for that purpose. It does foam up, and so you don't have to worry about it like running necessarily, especially if you don't leave it too long. So that's what I love. That's one of my favorite products as well. So if you're new here, then I want you to understand that I do shine all of my surfaces with glass cleaner after I am done cleaning them with whatever solution I'm using to clean them for today. So my in that cleaning rather. So my surfaces, of course, usually include my countertops, my stove top, my cabinets, my toilet, my mirrors, sinks, the inside, and all of the faucets. So that's how I keep streaks away, by using glass cleaner. And once you try this technique, you will never ever turn back. I also want to back up just a little bit before we move on with the rest of the video. I did mention that 7th generation is a all-purpose that you don't have to use water to rinse away. And then I also mentioned that Mrs. Meyer's does have a little bit of soap when you spray their all-purpose on your countertops. So you do have to, so the difference is that you do have to use water to rinse away the Mrs. Meyer's. You can't just, like, you know, you kind of have to kind of go in and get that soap up off of your countertops. But with the 7th generation, if you just wipe it and leave it, you're doing just fine. So it doesn't leave you know, it doesn't leave your surfaces streaky the way Mrs. Meyer's would if you don't use anything behind it, such as the glass cleaner. So I just kind of wanted to clear that up. So now that I have wiped all my countertops and cabinets and stove tops, I want to go ahead and wipe out my refrigerator. I'm going to go to the grocery store soon. I'm going to be honest with y'all. If you're new here, one of the other things you'll notice about my refrigerator today is that I don't have very much food in there. There is a bag sitting on the floor right now that is full of food that was left behind by one of my daughters that went bad. And so all of that is in the trash. It's also some things that didn't necessarily go bad, but things that I just don't necessarily eat. But I don't buy a lot of groceries like that. I only eat certain things, so you'll never see me have a full refrigerator. I don't go to the grocery store like that because honestly, it's just really nothing in the grocery store that really just satisfies my appetite as far as health goes. And also, groceries are just so incredibly expensive. Like nowadays, it used to be a time where you could do a grocery haul and you could say, put in your title $300 grocery haul, $400 grocery haul, $700 grocery haul, $1,000 grocery haul, and that would really intrigue people to click on your video to see what you bought. And usually you would have a lot of groceries, but nowadays it just doesn't even do any good to tell somebody how much you spent at the grocery store because the food cost is so incredibly elevated until nobody's surprised anymore when you go to the store and spend a bunch of money on food. So I just don't do a whole lot of shopping at the grocery store. I do a lot of just picking up my food from like Chipotle. I eat a lot of Chipotle. I eat Chipotle probably about 3 or 4 times a week. And then maybe I will eat like something in the morning, which would consist of like turkey, bacon, eggs, oatmeal. I love oatmeal and raisins, cinnamon, in my oatmeal with some coconut sugar. Like it's just certain things that I eat. I drink a lot of smoothies and that sort of thing. So I just wanted to say that just to, give you a little idea about me and to help you understand why you will never see me have a full refrigerator. So, you ain't over there judging me talking about where's her food at, why she ain't got no food in her refrigerator. What's up with that? I just let you know why.
You're undenying, undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble acting, everlasting ego. Oh, here he goes, here he goes, here he goes. Oh, here he goes, oh, here he goes, oh, here he goes, here he goes, here he goes. With his humble act and everlasting ego.
I didn't do a thorough cleaning of my refrigerator today because it wasn't necessary. Eventually, I am going to have to get to my freezer because that is sort of dirty and it does need to be cleaned. It hasn't been cleaned out probably in about a year. So it does kind of need it at this point. But with my refrigerator, because I don't keep a lot of food in there, I notice stains. So sometimes you'll sit food in the refrigerator and it'll leave behind like residue from just whatever you sit in there. And I don't like to see that on my refrigerator shelves. So I try to keep the inside of my refrigerator wiped down quite often to keep it from building up. That way I don't have all of this work to do when cleaning out a refrigerator because of course it is a pain in the behind. If you know, right, to clean out a refrigerator. So I did remove this drawer because I did notice that it had some dried up juices from the food that went bad that was kind of stuck in the corner that I needed to rinse out because that will begin to smell. And then in the flat drawer that you saw me cleaning rather, that's in the refrigerator that I did not remove. I was just able to take my dishcloth and just wipe those stains out as well. So this is the way I keep my refrigerator nice and fresh, just by continuously throwing out things that are expired or produce and that sort of thing that begins to go bad, because once produce starts to go bad, it's going to get really soft and watery and runny, and that's always a mess. So I like to go ahead and just kind of keep things clean in the refrigerator by throwing away those things that are no longer edible anymore, I guess. I did notice that there was some drippings at the bottom on the freezer part, and so that's what you see me wiping down. And one thing that I do like about this particular refrigerator is that I don't need any stainless steel cleaner to polish it once I wiped it down with the dishcloth, because the streaks from the wiping of the dishcloth just kind of goes away. And so that's the kind of stainless steel that I love. I don't really like the stainless steel where I have to use a polish to take away the streaks. Now my stove, if I don't just take the time to really wipe the stainless steel down, I will need stainless steel polish for that. But I've been in the business for a long time, so I know how to wipe away streaks on the stainless steel that actually does need stainless steel polish. um I know how to wipe it down in such a way that I can wipe away those streaks. So I prefer not to have the type of stainless steel that I have to use polish for, but sometimes you do need it. Now my dishwasher does need it. It could stand a good polishing with the stainless steel polish as well, but I don't use it because again, I know how to wipe it down to where it doesn't leave behind streaks. And what you can do is take a real hot rag and go against the grain to wipe away those streaks, and once it dries you shouldn't see the streaks on your stainless steel anymore, and that will keep you from buying the stainless steel polish. But if you just want to buy stainless steel polish, my favorite one is the Sprayway because it is oily. A lot of the other ones that you buy in the grocery store like Wyman's, what's another one? Wyman's is the biggest one. I can't think of any other ones. I think Method has one as well. Those stainless steel polishes never work. They always leave behind streaks, and I don't know what that formula is that they have, but it is. I'm tongue tied today. A complete waste of money. So versus wasting your money, I would just use a real hot rag, or I would definitely recommend the Sprayway polish. You can also use baby oil. You can also use olive oil. Just as long as you have a good microfiber towel to buff it away and you know what you're doing, you can use those two oils as well. Two things I wanted to mention also. Today I was out in Ross and I was recognized by a subscriber. So that's the second time I've been out and a subscriber has recognized me. She was like, "Hey, Stephanie." And I was just like, "Hey." And I just kind of looked at her like, "I don't know who you are." She was like, "YouTube." So it's always exciting to be noticed while you're out. It just make you feel so special. Like that's awesome. So I wanted to tell y'all about that. I thought that was funny. And then also thank you to those of you that have the same refrigerator as me. I was saying that I didn't know how to turn the ice maker on and off. And y'all did get in the comments and let me know where I could find it. So I did find it and I was able to turn it off because it makes more ice than I can eat or use. So thank you for that. I really appreciate my family over here. I just want y'all to know that y'all are the best. Y'all are the sweetest ladies. I really appreciate the beautiful comments that y'all leave me. And I know I say this all the time, but like I just got to tell you because I just can't say thank you enough for how y'all come in the comments and just let me know that you're here and how you love the content, how you enjoy it, how you look forward to my uploads, and how it's so relaxing. It's, how it blesses you by some of the things that I talk about. I'm just like, all of that stuff is a blessing to me when I read them. And so I just really want to thank you. I'm so excited about the community that I have built over here. Again, I can't say that enough because y'all really do make my day. Like when I read your comments, it literally puts a smile on my face. And I really appreciate that. Your comments are so beautiful until the point where when somebody leaves me a ignorant comment, it used to be a time when I would go back and forth with that person and not, realize that it's just a trap to get a rise out of me. Y'all's comments are so incredibly sweet until when I see negative comments in my comment section now, I don't even respond. I just block that person and keep it moving because that's not the type of negativity that I ever want y'all to see from me in my comments, with me going back and forth with an ignorant person that decided to come over here and say some crazy stuff to me just because they're not having a good life, right? people come to your comment section thinking that they know you just from a video, make assumptions about something, the way I'm doing something when I'm cleaning, or I didn't do it good enough for them, when they don't have all of the information. So they just want to come and make you feel inadequate because they feel inadequate. And that's something that I realize about some people, right? And so with the sweetest comments that I get over here, I just don't even bother to respond to those people anymore. And I have you to thank for that. And yeah, I just wanted you to know that, family. In other words, your comments are so sweet until they just outweigh any negativity that I could possibly get over here on my channel, right? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I am going to vacuum up some of the grit that I have been feeling on the bottom of my socks as I clean the kitchen. For whatever reason, my floors just really collects grit. They collect dust, and it's always something on the floor in here, and I don't know how it happens. It just comes out of nowhere because it's not like I'm in here like that all of the time. So it's like the least little crumbs is always somewhere lurking, right? And so I can always feel it on the bottom of my feet, and I know that's when it's time for me to give my floors some TLC. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm not using the broom today. It's not that much, so I'm just going to use the vacuum to just kind of go over the floors and just vacuum up what may be there before I go ahead and give them a good little spot mop. It may not look like a spot mop to you once we get to that part and you see me doing it, but it was a spot mop to me. Didn't really do anything deep. Just wanted to get in those spots where I kind of felt a little bit of stickiness. I don't know where the stickiness came from. Maybe I dropped something and didn't realize it, but it is nothing. Nothing feels worse to me than walking on something sticky. That is like a pet peeve of mine that I just cannot take. It's the same with hair on the bathroom and the floor. I told y'all in the last video that hair on the bathroom floor is a huge pet peeve of mine. When I see hair on the bathroom floor, that's an indication to me that the bathroom is just not clean, y'all. That's just how I roll. I am using the Bona to clean my floors. I love the way the Bona feels. I love how it makes my floors feel. It just gives my floors just this, I don't know, it's really indescribable, but I really, really love this product. I don't think that I'm ever going to stop using the Bona. I love the Murphy's oil as well, but the Bona is like my favorite, right? And so what I do is I just wet my flat mop, and then I also spray the floor with the Bona, and then I spray my flat mop pad with the Bona as well, just to get my pad really, really moist so it can take care of the floors really well. And I won't have to mop my floors again, hopefully, for another couple weeks in here. The kitchen is a high traffic area, whether you are in there all the time or not. It just seems to be one of those places where it just gets dirty even if you're not in there that much. So I shouldn't have to mop my floors again for another 2 or 3 weeks, hopefully, after doing it today. So if you are looking for a good floor cleaner for your LVL floors, meaning your laminate floors or even your wood, if you have real wood, anything like that, definitely you can, a stone, I think you can use it on stone as well, tile, that sort of thing. The Bona is a really, really good product. So I recommend Bona, and I recommend Murphy's oil, and I also recommend vinegar. You can clean any type of floor with vinegar, except the LVL floors. I can't clean my floors with vinegar. That's not a good product to use. I was mopping over by the plant on the floor because I noticed that there was some splatter over there, probably from me watering my plants. Also, I did water my big plant today, my big baby China that's sitting by the window, which is why you saw me taking away the water can from the counter when the video first opened up. So I just kind of been getting some things done around the house today. I do this. I go around my house just doing little things. This is how I keep my home beautiful and immaculate. Of course, I'm human. I live here. So things are going to get dirty, but I'm only going to look at it for a certain amount of time before I decide to do something about it. It's not going to go more than a week. And I say the bathroom is not going to go more than a week, but the kitchen, it has to be often. It has to be all the time, right? So the things that you saw me doing today, the products that you saw me using, I hope that you will, take my techniques and use the products as well that I use. Dawn, if you're new here, in case you don't know, Dawn, the liquid Dawn is my absolute favorite. I definitely love to use the Dawn Power Wash as well. The thing with the Dawn Power Wash though is that it's not that much in there. If you clean often, it runs out very fast. So that is what I don't like about that, and that's what I recently discovered. So I'm not going to be buying that too often, but the liquid Dawn goes a long way, and I have to have suds when I'm cleaning, especially when I'm cleaning my showers and things like that. You all saw in the last video where I also used the Dawn inside the toilet. You can definitely do that because it's suds. Anything that has suds and that's a degreaser is a perfect product to use to clean your entire home. You can even mop your floors with a little bit of Dawn and vinegar as well. So those are some of the things that I do to keep my home beautiful. Some of the things that I do to keep my clients' homes beautiful. I don't use the same products in every single home. It just really depends on the home, especially when it comes to floors. So I am going to mop my vinyl pad that I keep right here by the stove because it needed just a little bit of TLC as well, because it kind of felt gritty to me also. I bought a new plant, y'all. I bought a beautiful new snake plant. I was in Publix and I was walking by in the produce section, and this beautiful baby was sitting there. Isn't she gorgeous? The lady that works in floral, when she saw me looking at it, she was like, oh, I am just so in love with her. Isn't she beautiful? And I was like, she absolutely is. She's different. Look how thin her foliage is. Look at the tiger stripes on the foliage. This is just so pretty. She's so full and so green. I love this dark green of this particular snake plant. It's different. I love the way this looks. I love the basket that it's in. I'm going to leave it here for now. I don't know how long, but that's where it is for now until I find the spot that I want for it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I love you. Peace.
Get up